Have you ever felt like something in your life was meant to happen? Have you ever asked yourself why some moments feel like they were written long before you arrived? Have you ever wondered if destiny is real or just a story we tell ourselves to feel strong? In this video, we are going to explore one of the oldest and most powerful ideas humans ever believed in: fate. From ancient people who looked at the stars for answers, to you and me facing daily choices today, destiny is a story that continues to live inside every heart. Even in our modern world full of science and technology, we still say things like, "Everything happens for a reason," or "Maybe it was destiny." But why? Why do we hold on to this belief? Maybe it is because life is full of moments we cannot control: sudden changes, lucky chances, painful days, and surprising wins. Maybe destiny helps us feel that we are not lost. It gives us hope when we fall, courage when we are afraid, and direction when the road becomes dark. Destiny is not only a myth from old books, it is a light we keep for ourselves. So stay with us till the end of this video. You will discover deep truths about who you are, why you are here, and how you can shape the life you want. Each moment of this video will take you on a journey that connects ancient wisdom with your own story. And before we begin this adventure together, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss the next story that could change your life. Let's begin. Your destiny is listening. From the earliest days of human life, people have looked to the sky, the earth, and the patterns of nature to find meaning in their lives. Long before modern science, our ancestors watched the stars, the movements of the sun and moon, and even unusual events like comets or eclipses, believing that these signs were messages from the universe. They thought their lives were guided by powers beyond their understanding. They told stories about gods and spirits deciding who would rise and who would fall, who would find happiness and who would face hardship. These stories were not just myths. They were ways to explain uncertainty, to bring hope when life seemed unpredictable, and to give courage to those facing danger or loss. One striking example comes from ancient tribes who believed that a comet appearing in the sky marked a change in their destiny. A small tribe in Africa once saw a bright comet and interpreted it as a guide, leading them to migrate to a fertile valley where they could survive harsh times. For them, the comet was not just a celestial object. It became a symbol of hope and a reminder that even in fear and uncertainty, there might be a force guiding them forward. Today, we may not follow comets in the same way, but we still look for signs. We notice lucky dates, meet people at the right moment, or feel that certain events are meant to happen. Even phrases like "it was meant to be" or "everything happens for a reason" show that the human desire to find patterns and meaning in life has never disappeared. Belief in destiny gives us comfort, but it also gives us courage. It encourages us to try even when the path is unclear, to hope when the future seems uncertain, and to move forward when we feel weak. Destiny is not a chain that holds us back. It is a light we carry, a story we are part of, and a reason to believe that life has meaning beyond what we can see. It is a reminder that even when we feel lost, there is a possibility of guidance, of change, and of hope. Ancient myths about fate were the first lessons humans learned about courage, survival, and purpose. And today, in our modern world, they still teach us the same lesson. No matter where you start, there is a path forward, and your story is waiting to unfold. From the moment we are born, the world begins to shape our story. Family, society, and culture create invisible rules that can guide or limit us. Some children are born into loving homes with endless support, while others face challenges like poverty, illness, or family pressure that make life harder. These early experiences may feel like destiny has already written their story, deciding who will succeed and who will struggle. But while we cannot choose the circumstances we are born into, we can learn to write the pages that come next, and that is where hope begins. Real-life stories show us how much difference courage and determination can make. For example, consider a student born in a small village with little access to schools or teachers. Every day was a battle against odds that seemed too high, and at times, giving up might have felt easier. Yet, by seeking help from neighbors, reading whatever books they could find, and refusing to let circumstances decide their future, this student eventually became the first person in their family to attend college. Their story reminds us that while early life may place limits, it does not define the entire journey. Choices, persistence, and small steps forward can reshape destiny in ways that seemed impossible at first. Society often tries to tell us who we are supposed to be, what paths we should take, and what dreams are realistic. Negative voices may say, "You cannot succeed," or "This is not for someone like you." But breaking free from these pressures begins with believing that our story is not fully written. Every action, every decision, and every effort we make adds a new chapter that destiny itself could not predict. Even in moments when life feels unfair, it is possible to discover talents, passions, and strengths that transform the path ahead. The truth is that destiny is not a fixed line, but a flexible journey we can influence with courage and determination. No matter how difficult the beginning, the choices we make today create opportunities for growth, success, and happiness. We are not powerless characters in a story written by others. We are authors shaping the chapters of our lives, even when the odds seem stacked against us. By believing in our own ability to act, adapt, and persevere, we can turn early struggles into a powerful foundation for a life of meaning, hope, and purpose. Life is not always fair. There are moments when we feel lost, hurt, or defeated. Sometimes we ask ourselves, "Why me?" when a job is lost, a relationship ends, or a dream falls apart. These are the moments that make us feel like destiny is against us, as if the story of our life has taken a sudden turn we did not ask for. Yet these painful experiences often hold hidden lessons and opportunities that can shape our future in ways we cannot see at first. Pain has a way of teaching us strength, patience, and resilience, even when it feels unbearable. Consider the story of a young woman who had worked for years to build her career, only to lose her job unexpectedly. At first, she felt powerless and hopeless, but instead of giving up, she began exploring skills she had never tried before, attending workshops and reaching out to new networks. Months later, she found a completely different career path that suited her passions even better than her previous job. What seemed like a cruel twist of fate became a turning point that opened doors she could not have imagined. This story reminds us that life's struggles are not the end. They are a chance to discover new paths, hidden talents, and the courage to continue. Even small actions during tough times can redirect our destiny. Volunteering, helping others, learning new skills, or simply taking one step forward each day can build momentum for a brighter future. The choices we make when life is hardest have the power to transform our story. Each decision, each effort, and each act of perseverance can create ripples that change our path completely. Pain and failure are not meant to define us. They are opportunities for growth. Destiny is not only about the path we hope to follow, but also about how we respond to the unexpected. By facing challenges with courage, learning from setbacks, and taking small steps forward, we rewrite our story in ways that can bring strength, wisdom, and hope. Every test we endure, every challenge we overcome, is a chapter that shapes the life we are meant to lead. Our struggles do not break destiny, they refine it, making the journey more meaningful and our victories even more powerful. Life often surprises us with small moments that can change everything. Sometimes it is a chance meeting, a random opportunity, or a decision made in a single moment that sets the course for our future. These moments may seem ordinary at first, like missing a bus, saying hello to a stranger, or deciding to try something new, but they can create extraordinary outcomes. Destiny often hides in these unexpected chances, reminding us that even small actions can have big effects if we are ready to notice them. One inspiring story comes from a young man who was running late for work and missed his usual train. Frustrated, he sat at a nearby cafe to wait for the next one. While waiting, he struck up a conversation with a fellow traveler who shared information about a new business opportunity. That chance meeting led him to a career he never imagined, completely changing the direction of his life. If he had caught the first train, he might have missed the opportunity that ultimately shaped his future. These moments remind us that destiny is often less about a straight path and more about noticing the opportunities that appear when we stay open, patient, and observant. Opportunities are not always obvious, and they rarely come without effort. Preparing ourselves, learning new skills, and keeping a positive mindset allow us to recognize these moments when they appear. Luck and chance meet preparation to create life-changing results. Whether it is a friendship that inspires growth, a random event that sparks creativity, or a decision made in uncertainty, these moments can redirect our lives in ways we never expected. Trusting the journey while working hard each day is key. Life may present twists and turns that feel random, but by staying active, curious, and ready, we can turn small moments into significant milestones. Destiny often whispers in ordinary moments, and when we pay attention, those whispers can become a guiding force. Every day carries the potential for life-changing coincidences, and the courage to act on them determines whether we recognize our true path. Even in a busy, modern world, chance has the power to remind us that destiny is alive, waiting for us to step into it when we least expect it. Many of us carry invisible chains from the stories told to us before we could even understand them. These are the myths, fears, and beliefs passed down from generation to generation, often saying, "People like us cannot succeed," or "This is not for you." From family expectations to societal pressures, these invisible chains can feel like destiny has already written our story. They limit what we try, what we dream, and how far we believe we can go. But the truth is that these beliefs are not reality. They are patterns that can be broken if we have courage and determination. History is full of examples of people who refused to let old beliefs define them. A young girl born into a family where no one had ever gone to college once believed she could not achieve higher education. With support from a teacher and her own determination, she applied for scholarships, worked part-time jobs, and became the first in her family to graduate. She not only changed her life, but also inspired her siblings and community. This story reminds us that even when destiny seems locked in by old myths, our choices and actions can create entirely new paths. Breaking these invisible chains begins with changing how we see ourselves. Negative beliefs are powerful only when we accept them without question. By challenging old patterns, seeking knowledge, and surrounding ourselves with encouragement, we start to create a new reality. Every small step toward growth, every effort to learn, and every act of courage weakens the chains and strengthens our control over our destiny. Destiny is not fixed. It can expand when we break free from limitations. Courage to step outside comfort zones, the will to pursue passions, and persistence in the face of doubt all shape the story of our lives. We may not control every event that happens, but we can control how we respond, what we believe, and the legacy we choose to build. Every person has the power to write new chapters, to challenge old myths, and to shape a destiny that reflects their true potential. The chains of the past may try to hold us, but our courage, choices, and persistence are stronger than any myth ever told. Every person carries a dream, a quiet voice inside that points to something greater. These dreams are often subtle, like a curiosity about a subject, a desire to create, or an interest in helping others. They are messages from our inner self, guiding us toward our purpose. Too often we ignore them because life feels busy, challenges seem too big, or fear tells us they are impossible. Yet these dreams are not just fantasies. They are clues about the direction our life can take if we are willing to listen and act. Consider the story of a young boy who loved drawing, but his family insisted he focus only on practical work. For years, he hid his sketches and followed the expected path. One day, encouraged by a mentor, he entered a small art competition and won. That small step transformed his life. He went on to study art, work with creative communities, and inspire others with his designs. His dream was inside him all along, waiting for him to pay attention and take action. This reminds us that even quiet passions, when nurtured, can shape destiny in ways we never imagine. Turning a dream into reality does not require massive leaps all at once. Small daily steps matter more than perfection. Learning a new skill, practicing a talent, or simply exploring an interest can bring us closer to the life we envision. Every tiny effort compounds over time, creating progress that feels almost invisible until the results appear. Dreams guide us not by forcing instant success, but by showing us a path we can follow patiently, step by step. Believing in your dream is also about trusting that destiny is a partner, not an enemy. Life will present obstacles, detours, and setbacks, but your dream remains a compass, reminding you why you started. The courage to keep going, curiosity to explore new opportunities, and persistence to overcome challenges all work together to transform a dream into a meaningful life. No matter your age, background, or past failures, your dream is calling. When you respond to it with action, hope, and patience, your destiny aligns with the purpose hidden inside you, creating a journey that is uniquely yours. Destiny is not a single path that controls everything we do. It is a journey that combines the events we cannot control with the choices we make every day. Every decision, no matter how small, is like adding a new line to our personal story. Even when life seems unpredictable, every choice we make shapes the chapters ahead, proving that fate and free will walk together rather than compete. This is why age, background, or past mistakes do not limit anyone. Every moment is an opportunity to influence our destiny. Take the story of an elderly man who always dreamed of helping children, but never acted on it because he thought he was too old. One day, he decided to volunteer at a local school. His guidance and encouragement transformed the lives of dozens of children and inspired other volunteers to join. He showed that destiny does not wait for permission. It responds to the courage and choices of those willing to act. Even in late stages of life, new paths can open, proving that it is never too late to shape your story. Every decision we make, from small habits to big life changes, matters. Choosing kindness, persistence, learning, or courage may seem ordinary, but over time, these choices compound to create extraordinary results. Destiny is not about waiting for magic to happen. It is about actively participating in your journey, being alert to opportunities, and trusting that each step contributes to the bigger picture. Every chapter we write today becomes part of the myth we live tomorrow. Belief in destiny gives us strength to keep moving forward even when the future is unclear. It allows us to hope, to take risks, and to embrace challenges because we know our actions matter. Every setback becomes a lesson. Every success becomes proof that our choices count. And every new opportunity is a chance to continue shaping the story of our lives. Destiny listens to those who are brave enough to act, persistent enough to continue, and hopeful enough to believe that the best chapters are still ahead. In the end, we are both the author and the character of our story. Ancient myths taught us to look for guidance, but modern life teaches us to act. By blending fate with our choices, we can create a life full of meaning, hope, and purpose, writing a story that is uniquely our own and inspiring others along the way. As we reach the end of this journey, one truth becomes clear. Destiny is not something that happens to us without choice. It is a combination of the events we cannot control and the decisions we make every day. From the moment we are born, life gives us a mix of challenges, opportunities, and moments of chance. Sometimes it feels like fate is guiding us, sometimes like the road is uncertain. But the power to shape the story of our life is always in our hands. Every action, every choice, and every effort we make becomes a chapter in our personal story, creating a legacy that is uniquely ours. Belief in destiny gives us hope and strength. It allows us to keep moving forward even when the future seems unclear or unfair. The lessons from pain, the guidance from small chances, and the courage to break old limits all show us that we have the power to influence our lives. We are not trapped by the past, the society we are born into, or the myths that once held people back. Every decision we take, from learning something new to helping others or pursuing our dreams, shapes a better future for ourselves and those around us. No matter your age, your background, or your past struggles, your story is not finished. You have the ability to create new chapters filled with hope, action, and purpose. The belief in fate is not about waiting. It is about using that belief to inspire courage, make choices, and keep moving forward. Your life is a legend in the making, and the best chapters are still ahead. By acting with intention, learning from every experience, and believing in yourself, you hold the pen to write a story that is meaningful, inspiring, and unforgettable.